Happy Wednesday!
Happy July 1st.
What? When?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe the first half of this year is already over.
Oh my God. Yeah, where's time go, right? Like seriously, it's just like yesterday we were in, like turning into 2026. Yeah. Here we are, half the year's gone. Time flies, let me tell you guys. Like, how do you slow time down?
I think when you're in school, like in my young kids' age, it's like time feels like it lasts forever. But I think once you get out of college and out of the school system, I mean, I don't know.
No, absolutely. Like, I think once you start having responsibilities, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's not enough time to meet your responsibilities. So it's like you're just on work mode, like taking care of stuff. But when you're a kid, I remember like I couldn't, like when I was on summer vacation, it was 3 months long. And I remember, it was like, it felt like it was June, July, August.
Oh, wow.
Kind of, okay. Like traditional school year.
Yeah.
And I can honestly remember wanting to go back to school. Like, like I wanted to go back and see my friends.
Yeah.
Because being out of school for that long, but time just felt like it was slow. You had all this time in the world because you had no responsibilities.
Yeah.
Why do we go back to that, guys? If you know how to like go back to that, please let me know because I can't believe we're in July. Half the year's done. It's been an amazing half year, though. Yeah. We've had a really good half year. A lot of things have happened because of the move, right? And I feel like we've grown a lot too, and a lot of good things have come. Like you got an investment property, and all this other stuff that's just been, good things have come our way. So, very, very happy with where we're at today.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And for all of our viewers out there, thank you so much for liking and subscribing and sharing your comments and feedback with us, especially for those who have been on the fence in the first half of this year, watching our videos, gaining all of the knowledge that you need to make a final decision, to give us a call and meet with us today. We have some really good strategies and the details of what we'll be talking about for the rate buy downs today.
Okay. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. There's so much information out there, and really getting the right information is so important so that you can make sense of what decision you're going to take. And when you're looking into ChatGPT or Google and you're searching for information, you're going to get bombarded with information if you're doing it that way. But when you meet with someone like ourselves, that we've been doing this for a long time, and we are we're full time. We're not part timers. This is our careers. We make it so where we learn everything and we give you that information that you really truly are going to use. Because I know I use ChatGPT for a lot of things, but I'm finding out too there's a lot of mistakes. Like I have to like review what it's giving me because it's made mistakes before, and then when I tell it, you made a mistake. Oh, yes, you're right. I'm like, don't make the mistakes anymore. So you got to be real careful, but that's what we're here for. So taking the time to meet with us or just send us the questions and just get information from a professional is very important. Like you should go to a doctor if you need medical advice. Don't go to Google. That can give you so much information that you end up thinking that you have 100 things wrong with you, right? So what do? You go to the professional that went to school, that's educated, that has the background to give you the correct information so that you can make the right decision for your health. So for financial, for mortgage advice, for residential advice, you go to the professionals, right? Don't leave that up to Google or ChatGPT. There's just so much information, and sometimes it's not always accurate.
Yeah. And one thing I would like to also add to that is the experience that we've had working together as a team to help our clients to go from A to Z in a transaction. I think it's so critical as a first-time home buyer. You want to work with your real estate professional who also works in the same office as your mortgage consultant, someone who's going to be able to answer all of your number questions. I mean, I, for one, having to be in this industry for more than 12 years now, It's really important if you're out there looking at homes during the weekend of open houses, or just looking on Zillow or online or anything like that, and you're trying to figure out, okay, well, Angelica, what's my monthly mortgage going to look like if I impound or not impound, taxes and insurance? Those types of questions, you can't just get answered from a 9 to 5 person who clocks in and out from maybe federal, right? You want to have somebody who's really going to be holding your hand, walking you through every step of the way, who, where we have a great relationship, very dynamic, and we're here texting you, yeah, no problem. Let me get that for you. It's not an inconvenience. I know that I've had some clients, they call me I just want everyone to know that I am the type of real estate professional who's really truly going to be there for you and who really truly has your best interest. And if you're looking for a real estate professional, a real estate team who's going to actually be there, happy to answer your calls, to answer any questions you might have, we're the team for you. And I think that's really important, because you don't want to have to feel like just another transaction in this business. You don't want to have to feel like you're another number. You want to have that human touch. And this is what's going to separate us from Google, AI, ChatGPT, you name it, is we're here for the relationship. We're here beyond the transaction. I know, just like what I mentioned, one of our clients that we just helped, had invited me to their newborn daughter's first year birthday. They've lived in the home for more than a year now, and we're still keeping in touch. AI doesn't have the knowledge to say, so-and-so is getting married, so-and-so is just having a baby, so-and-so is having a 1-year birthday party and everything. That human factor to actually have the heart to see how you're doing, to see if you're doing okay, to see how's your utilities being set up after closing, right? Those are important factors that a robot cannot replace. And I think that's what's important when creating a relationship with us, is that we're here for the long run, because in time, if we're able to do a good job, we're able to show you how excellent and exceptional our work ethic is, you're going to refer us to your friends, to your family, to your coworker, to, whoever it is that crosses in your path, because we're able to prove and to show you what an exceptional job we do.
Yeah, this is such also, besides the numbers, there's a bigger part of this buying a home is the emotional impact, right? Because you're making the biggest purchase of your life, most likely. And there's a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of happiness. There's all these emotions you're going to experience during this process. And you can't get that from a computer, right? You just can't. And you can't get that. I mean, we've closed deals with people that we just Zoom, right? Or on the phone or on the computer, but you don't get the same thing like when you meet somebody in person and you can really feel the genuine connection that you're building. And that is so important for you, because on your end, you need to feel like whoever's working for you, because that's what we're doing, we're working for you, that they truly have your best interest at heart. And the emotional part, we sense it. Like I can sense when somebody's stressing out, they have anxiety. And what my job is, not is only to provide the numbers, but also to help ease that, so that this process is a smoother process for you. And you don't get that from a computer. You won't get that from ChatGPT. You won't get that from Google. And trust me, you want that, because that is probably what's going to keep you up at night. On top of that, the numbers too, but that part, the emotional part, the emotional stress is what keeps you from buying or not buying. So controlling that and having experts that know what it's like to go through the process. And by the way, I learned by trial and error, right? Like I've been doing this for a long time, and we perfect our craft as we grow into our business. And so our experience of past clients make us better for future clients. And so from my past experiences and learning on how to work and deal with people, I've become better at my craft. And so I'm better on working with clients like yourselves, that are first-time home buyers. They're going to experience that for the first time. And you're just not going to get that from a computer, and you're not going to get that from somebody at a desk that's sitting across the country, maybe offering you some incredible rate. They has a headphone and there's probably in his pajamas, right? Working a 9 to 5. So I'm not worried about my job going away because we offer a different type of service. We are like a boutique type of service cater to our clients. And so we're not going anywhere. And you guys really need to experience this type of service because we will make a difference in your life when it comes to buying your first home.
Absolutely. Now let's shift over to going back to the rate buy down for all of our viewers who are ready to make the decision to enter the market. Last Monday, we talked about interest rates hovering around 6.5%. We touched about the strategy of utilizing a 1 or 2 year buy down. So let's unpack that a little bit. As we mentioned earlier, you know, as a professional going to negotiate for your best interest, having to negotiate either a 4.5% buy down or even a 5.5% buy down, that's 1 to 2 points off of the current market's interest rate. Now, you could probably talk about what that cost looks like, and then I can discuss how I use my strategy to negotiate with the listing agent.
Yes. So let me also clarify, the 6.5 is an average conforming loan amount. VA loans and FHA loans are slightly different and actually less. So in case you're listening to this video and you're like, well, I heard 5.99. Yes, VA and FHA loans are probably going to be about 0.5% less than conforming. So just for today, for example, VA is around 5.99, FHA is around 6%, versus a conforming loan amount is 6.5%. So just stay kind of flexible with that because we don't really know which product you're going to need. For the purpose of this exercise, let's talk about a 6.5%. Okay. And let's talk about what price point do you want to go over? A purchase price point.
Let's do $925 since that's the medium for a single family detached right now.
Okay. So we'll do $925 and we'll do a 5% down payment, minimum, just try to get in so we can compare how a 1% savings versus a 2% savings would pan out on a principal and interest payment, because that's really what's being affected. Okay. So if you're taking $925 and you're doing 95% financing, you're financing $878. Okay. And let's say 6.5% is the interest rate we're using, 30-year term. You're looking at about a $54 payment, $5,554. Why don't we just round it to $5,500? We wouldn't do that. In real life, we'll give you the exact number. But again, for the purpose of this exercise, just to look at round numbers, let's just say $5,500 a month. Okay. Now, if we get you a 2% savings on that, so that rate would be 4.5%. The payment goes down to $4,450. Wow. It's $1,100 less.
Yeah.
Times 12 because it's a whole year. 1,100 times 12. You're looking at saving. Okay, I got fat fingers. Sorry, guys. $13,200 the first year. So a 2% savings is huge. It will help make it easier to get into that home for the first 12 months. And when we qualify someone, Angelica, we don't qualify them on the lesser payment, on the buy down payment. We're qualifying you. We want to make sure you can afford the full 30-year payment on a 6.5 interest rate. Why we do that is we don't want you to get in financial problems by
Right.
qualifying you with the lesser payment. The buy down is only to help you for the first 12 months or 24 months, depending if you do a 2-year or a 1-year buy down. So it's not to help you qualify for more, it's to help you reduce the payment. We know you can afford the full payment, but you need that flexibility, you need that liquidity, and that's what the buy down does, right? It gets you in. And when you buy a home, you want to have a little bit more flexibility because you're going to have other expenses that you're not used to having: property taxes, insurance, HOA, PMI, possibly utilities. It depends, because if you've been renting somewhere with some of your utilities are included. So this $1,100, for example, will help kind of ease you into it.
Now, you can always refinance again after that 1 year or 2 year, right? Or how does that work if somebody they like that they like the 4,400, and then once that expires after the first year or second year, can a home buyer refinance? Or
Yeah, there is no set time frame. So immediately, day one, you can refinance if rates have lowered and it makes sense for you to refinance. I've experienced a lot of refinancing with clients that got 2-year buy downs, because there was a time that rates were over 7%, and the buy downs were real popular, and we were using them to get clients into a 5% interest rate for the first 12 months, and then it would jump to 6%. And so when they jumped to 6%, a year later, rates were at 6%. And so I had a lot of clients that wanted to make it a fixed 30-year 6% rate.
Yeah.
So we were able to refinance some of our clients into the lower rate while they were in the 2-year time frame. And the best thing about it is, because they have 1 year left of the buy down, that money gets refunded to them.
really?
Yes, and it gets applied to their principal balance.
Wow.
So it doesn't go away, you don't lose
Yeah.
it. It's money that was given to you by the seller or by the lender. By the way, guys, if we're able to work the numbers, the lender, which is us, the broker, plus the seller, could figure out if we can come up with a 2% or 1% buy down. So it can be a combination of both sides.
So for all the first-time home buyers out there, as you can see, we operate so proactively to where we make it a win-win, regardless of what the situation is. As long as you fall in love with the home and this is something that you truly want to pursue, we could make anything happen for you.
Yeah, we had flexibility. I mean, one of our last clients, rates were a little bit higher and he wanted a specific rate, and we made it happen, right? It's like, okay, I'll do whatever it takes within, financially makes sense, right? But we as a lender, we are flexible, right? I come from the banking background. So I was a VP at a large bank, and I had worked in banking for 18 years as a mortgage consultant. And we didn't have that flexibility there because pricing is set by corporate. So whatever pricing is what we offer clients. So for example, if you go into Wells Fargo, Chase, just to name some of the big banks, US Bank, their pricing and their products, that's all the mortgage consultant can offer you. But the pricing is set by management, by capital markets. That's what that department's called. Every morning, capital markets sets the rates for the products, and that's what the mortgage consultant can offer. But when you come to a broker like myself, not only can I shop different lenders, so I'm not stuck with just one set of products, I can also manage rates. And if I need to fix something, lower it, and I have the ability to do it, I will do it to make a deal work for our clients.
And I think that's so important to understand as a first-time home buyer, because when you're shopping for a pre-approval, right, on how much you can purchase, what your purchasing power is, working with a mortgage broker like Ruben is so crucial in this type of market, because you don't want to be capped at a corporate level of capacity. You know, you want to have that flexibility, like you'd mentioned, and have the adjustments to negotiate. Okay, this is what I want. This is my payment. This is what I'm comfortable with. This is what I can truly afford. How can we make this happen? Working with a viable team like us who has the tenacity to actually go in there and negotiate favorable terms in your best interest is absolutely paramount. And that is what truly sets us apart from our competition.
Yeah, I agree. Flexibility in this industry, from my perspective, to be able to manage rates and manage where I can place our clients in the best scenario, has given me the ability to close more deals for my clients that I would have in my previous employer.
And from a real estate professional standpoint, I mean, for other real estate agents who are watching this, I think we're all on the clear grounds of saying, commissions are negotiable. There is not a fixed price on what commissions look like. So when you're working with a real estate agent or real estate professional and you're trying to negotiate a deal, I would urge you to ask that real estate professional, what value do you have to bring to the table? How are you going to represent my best interest? How is an aggressive negotiation experience? What does that look like? You want to work with a real estate professional that's going to be able to manage your expectations, so that way when you actually sit down with a team, you're actually confident and prepared that they're going to exceed your expectations. I think that's very key when looking into or browsing the market on figuring out who is the best real estate team who I'm going to work with, because at the end of the day, you are going to be married to this 30-year fixed mortgage, right, or rate buy down, or whether or not refinancing later is the best strategy for you. We haven't even gone into the other products that you have to offer. Right. But as a first-time home buyer, it's very important to have this type of knowledge in your back pocket. But the best part is that you don't even have to do the heavy lifting. We do that for you. Working with us, because we prioritize relationships over transactions, it's important for us to provide you the smoothest transaction possible.
Yes, I think our number one, our list of things that when we look for clients, what we're going to offer is we bring our customer service, our business ethics, right? We want to make sure that our clients always feel like we're prioritizing their needs, because this is a commission-based type of work. Let's be honest. You will meet, and I already heard there's a lot of fraud out there. A lot of people taking advantage of customers, and you have to really be careful. So most of our clients are referrals from other clients, and that's how we operate. We operate on a referral basis. A lot of our clients come to us because we close a deal for someone they know, and we love that, and that's how we work. So operating under that basis, we got to make sure that every deal we close, we always do what's right for our client, and you'll get that every time with us, 100% of the time.
Yes. So with that being said, I know we're stepping into the second half of the year, because today's July 1st. Go out there, be courageous, give us a call, sit down with us. Let's take a look at your goals and how we can make it happen.
Thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, please like, share it, and follow us.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Wednesday.